What's up everyone, this is SliferKing here, and today you join me for another one of my Gaming World Top 20 videos, where today you join me in quite probably my favourite pure racing game of all time, that being Test Drive Unlimited. So this game came out, I believe, in 2006. Yeah, 2006, 2007 was roughly when this game came out, so it is about 17 years old now. So yeah, blimey, that makes me feel a bit old. But yes, so when it comes to PlayStation games, this is probably, I would say, on the console itself, my most played game of all time when it comes to the PS2. Albeit, I think overall time has now been eclipsed by Daughters of the Roses because of the emulator system. So in previous videos, I've done two things. I've done a race and I've done a club. What I'm going to attempt today is something a little bit different. So let's go to the list. So, hang on. What I'm trying to do is invert the categories. Oh, so that's invert. There we go. Right, so as you can see, the three fastest cars I have is the Koenigsegg CC8S, the Lamborghini Countach, and easily the fastest is the McLaren SLR. Oh, you've also got the Chrysler Me 412. But I'm going to be sticking with the McLaren SLR, so the Mercedes-Benz McLaren SLR. So I'm going to be sticking with this. So this car came out originally in 2003. So this was part of the era in which Mercedes and McLaren had a bit of a partnership. In Formula One, this partnership did last quite a while because McLaren did use Mercedes engines for quite a number of years in the 90s, the 2000s, and the mid 2010s. Eventually, McLaren switched to Honda for their engine supply. I believe that was in 2014 for the new regulations, and the McLaren cars went independent with the MP4-12C. That's it. So yes, so this car was supposed to be. So this car's main rival is probably the Porsche Carrera. Porsche Carrera GT. Both of them kind of, I think when they first came out, they kind of cost the same, but the Mercedes was more about, I guess, a GT, a Grand Tourer hypercar, while the Porsche was more of a, what do you call it? More of a like track-based hypercar, I'd say. Yeah, another hypercar that was launched during this era was the Ferrari Enzo, but that is also not in this game. Right, so what I'm going to be doing is, so let's go to the map. So I think I've mentioned this before, but there is one road which I do really like in Test Drive Unlimited because it's pretty much a really long private road up to a house. So this is why every time I play Test Drive Unlimited, I always try to get this house, because all of the roads that you're seeing is private up to here. So where this garage is, that's how far you can go. Yeah, so all of this section here is private road, which I think is quite good. Oh, there's a club I haven't actually completed yet. Might need to make a memo of that. Okay, so unfortunately it looks like I can't do down the mountain because it's a B level restriction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a custom time. So and yes, I do have music disabled because there are probably some genuine copyrighted tracks on this game, so I don't want to risk getting a copyright strike. So I've got my stopwatch next to me, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to manually time how long it takes for me to get down this mountain, and I suspect I will probably crash once or twice. So yes, so let's see how far I can get. So 3, 2, 1, go. Well, I sort of crashed already, but that wasn't a proper crash. If you hear a lot of button pressing, by the way, that's me like manually like pressing the buttons. Now the weird thing is, probably my favourite car to actually use. Now I'm definitely more the type of person that prefers handling cars rather than power. Oh. Come on. There we go. What I was saying was, I'm definitely more the type of driver that prefers handling cars rather than power cars. Because I feel like with handling cars, like you can make them stick to the road much easier. I'm not sure what happened there. That was just a genuine understeer. Now, if you're wondering if there's a general equivalent to this in Test Drive Unlimited 2, I'm not actually sure. I'm generally not sure if there is. By the way, just in case you were curious, obviously I do know that Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is coming out, well, eventually. Probably actually, I'll give my opinion at the bottom of the hill, just to make sure I can concentrate. But one thing for sure, this game is definitely more arcade based than some of the other races that played, like the Forza games. Uh-oh. Yeah, there is a race going up. I might check that. And hang on. Cross the line. Yeah, there's also no vehicle damage, just in case you're wondering. I forget what the horn is. Oh, never mind. So my time was, even though I went off, my time was 2 minutes and 53.64. So yes. So before I make my way back up the hill, yes. So Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. So it's intriguing, I'm not going to lie. So the map is probably going to be very well detailed. So the map is probably going to be very well detailed. It's definitely going to be nowhere near as big as the previous Test Drive maps, especially Test Drive Limited 2, which had both Oahu and Ibiza, or some people call it Ibiza. But yeah. So yes, I'm kind of on the fence about it at the moment. I haven't made a final decision on it yet. But at the time of recording this video, we don't have a confirmed release date, so I don't have to worry about that yet. So yes, if I do get it, I will probably do a couple videos on it, but yeah, still not sure about that. Okay, so I want circle. Right. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more run up the hill. So 3, 2, 1. So now let's see what it's like going uphill. Now, logically, I should be slower going downhill. You can also see the route I took as well. I think I'm going to be quicker going uphill, I reckon. Well, I say that, and then I'd probably crash into a barrier. One thing I do notice with the SLR in this game is that while you're braking, you can't turn. But I do think with some of the other cars I have, that's not the case. Ran wide again. Maybe I don't actually need to hit the brake as much. Maybe. Okay, so now that I'm actually not using the brake, it's actually definitely going smoother. I imagine I don't have too much left. Oh, there's the house. So I'm going to try and do this. Okay, and across the line. Okay, so in the first run I did that in... So in the first run I did it 2 minutes 53.64 seconds. And that includes going off at one of the corners. Going uphill, I did it in 3 minutes and 1 second, 0.63. So despite having a cleaner run going uphill, I was almost 10 seconds slower going uphill than downhill. So yeah, just shows what going downhill can do. In fairness, the car was definitely quite close to the rev limiter on a few occasions. So yeah, traction was a bit of a problem going uphill. So yes. So that has been a look at probably my favourite road in Test Drive Unlimited. Now it's time to return to the wheel to see what I'll be playing for the next video. So now that I've just played Test Drive Unlimited, it's time to return to the wheel to see what I'll be playing for the next video. Right, so round the wheel goes, and it is going to land on... Slowing down. Ooh, very close, but it's ended up at Arkham City. So this is going to be quite intriguing. I haven't played... I don't think I've done a video on Arkham City since I made the campaigns. Yeah, since I did the campaign series quite a number of years ago. At least not that I remember. I might have made one since, but yeah, I generally can't remember. So yeah, that should be interesting. So, there has been another one of my Gaming Wheel episodes. If you've enjoyed this week's video, then please make sure to like this video and subscribe to know when my newest videos will be coming out. Hope you've enjoyed, and for now, this is SliferKing signing out.